Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Sir Super Mario, and hey, Mojo. God, this is my recommends, fellow Luigi's Mansion lover. Hey, nice. Yeah. What the fuck? Siri had looked up Mario Oh, no, I don't want. No, I'm not trying to summon you. Whatever. Hey, Connor, how are you doing? Let me see. Actually, I forgot. I'm a dummy dumb. I forgot to share that I'm streaming on Twitter. Let me quickly. So as you can tell by the title and thumbnail, we're gonna be talking about Nintendo Directs and stuff today. It's gonna be a really interesting discussion. I wonder how it's gonna go. Let me quickly live. Let me share this around. Oops, not Twitch. Not Twitch. I don't want to go to Twitch. Let's see, sorry. I'm just stupid and forgot to post. Oops, not Coov. Okay, just gonna paste that. There we go. Alrighty, let me quickly check. Just trying to. Oh, also, I should put freaking music on in the background, shouldn't I? Usually, freaking have YouTube or music on in the background. I'm really tired today, if you couldn't tell, so don't mind me. What should I put on? Let's put on. What am I feeling today, music-wise? Let's put on Mario Sunshine music. Oops, Mario Sunshine music. Yes. Oops, that's loud. There we go. Let's see here. Doing good. How about you, Zach? Look forward to potential Nintendo Direct. Yes, I am also looking forward to a potential Nintendo Direct. I forgot Nintendo Direct are also in February. Rigo Harbor. Yeah, Rigo Harbor is a good one. But yeah, Nintendo Direct is probably coming up pretty soon, and I wanted to take this opportunity. This isn't going to be a predictions video or anything. It's not going to be predictions. So don't expect that. Hold on, my mic is actually probably peaking. That's probably no. Why is my mic? Hold on, is it? Okay, hold on. Sorry, my mic levels are really weird. Is my gain up? Not really. I don't know why my mic is kind of peaking and such, but anyways, yeah. So I'm not going to talk about direct predictions or anything like that. Hey, Atlas Galactus, how are you doing? Or Galacticus. I was close. Things are going pretty well on my end. Principally Showtime, be really, really cool to see. But yeah, I'm not going to talk about predictions at all because of the fact that, well, if it happens, then you're going to get a direct predictions video, which I've already recorded. I started editing it, and this sucker is like half an hour long. So you're going to get a nice, long, beefy, direct predictions / wish list video. You guys know me. I also throw in stuff that I would want to see. But then I'm also, whenever the direct gets announced, I'm also going to be doing a predictions live stream the night before the direct. So, so expect that as well. Yeah, so I'm not going to talk too much about predictions. What I am going to talk about, though, is... hold on, sorry, this music's really loud in my head. It's throwing me off. There we go. But... what? Let's see, a new Prince of Persia game's coming out. That's cool. Yeah, I heard about that. Oh, is it not already out? Let me look that up. Let's see. Also, Luigi's Mansion 2 Remake is a massive win for me. True. Yeah, Luigi's Mansion 2 Remasters or HD is looking really, really good. see here. Yeah, thanks for asking. Of course. Let me quickly, let's see. Prince of Persia, Lost Crown. Yeah, it's already out. Prince of Persia came out on the 18th. I was like, I was wondering, I was like, I feel like that game's already out. Also, I got a little snack with me today. Got water, being healthy, but I also got these pretzel bites, pretzel pieces. Buffalo wing flavor. I think I had these like maybe my last Chaturday too. Not the same bag, because they'd be well stale by now, but good, thanks for asking, of course. But the main reason I want to talk about Nintendo Direct today is because I know a lot of people, as always, have high expectations for... What? I swear to God, I need freaking new lights. I swear to God, the ones I have are freaking haunted. They like turn on and off whenever they want. But what was I literally just saying? Of course my light freaking distracted me. Oh, everyone's gonna, of course, naturally have high expectations of this Nintendo Direct, which many people are predicting is coming out next week. Let me quickly, sorry, let me pull something up here. Studio. Yeah, many people are expecting this Direct to come out, or to be, to happen next week, and that's completely possible. I mean, I'm never gonna discount the idea of a Nintendo Direct happening. I mean, here's the thing, right? Nintendo Directs traditionally always happen in February, so like it's pretty safe to, or not safe to assume, but it's like easy to guess that a Nintendo Direct could potentially happen next week. So if it happens, or by next week, I mean this upcoming week. So if it does happen this upcoming week, then that's awesome. If it doesn't happen until the next week, then that's also awesome. But yeah, Switch 2. Let's talk about that elephant for a second. Yeah, I'm just patiently waiting for that one. I'm not like, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I think it's coming out soon. I mean, in my predictions video, I predicted that it will probably come out this year. But I know, like, a lot of people. Here's the thing, right? I'm actually I'll dive into this now because I do want to address it. I'm not gonna name any names, but I know that a lot of people have been putting out content about the Switch 2 and Nintendo Direct rumors and all of that. And, I'm just going to say right off the bat, because I know there's a lot of people who, because a certain YouTuber uploaded a YouTube video, I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago, whatever, saying they had information about when we could potentially be seeing the new Nintendo Switch, when we could be seeing the Switch 2, and when all of this could be happening. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Take all of that with the biggest grain of salt ever, because there are people... hold on a second. But a lot of people... How do I talk about this without getting myself into trouble? This is where all of a sudden I start getting pulled into dramas and controversies. It starts right here. There are so many people on YouTube who are basically milking Nintendo speculation and who really just overdo it. Like, because, right, with the Switch 2, right? Like, Nintendo Directs always happen, right? Like, we always have Nintendo Directs. We always have a Direct. Well, we don't. Well, most years we have a Direct in February. It's just a somewhat normal thing at this point. So, for Directs, whatever. Speculate, rumors, leaks, whatever. But Switch 2, right? How long? Just how long have we been hearing news and leaks and things about the Switch 2? how long has that been a big... Literally since before the Switch OLED came out, because many people thought that... before it was titled the Switch Pro, right? Before it was the Switch Pro. Now it's the Switch 2, right? To be fair, it's pretty dead when it comes to Nintendo news. Yeah, that's why a lot of this is happening right now, because it's pretty slow. Because this is something I'm actually... So, okay, here's a little... little spoiler, not spoiler, but whatever, for my Nintendo Direct predictions video, already filmed, already in editing. I added a little skit to the beginning of the to the predictions. It's like a minute and a half long skit. That's kind of like the intro to the video. And in this skit, it's basically playing off of the fact that we haven't had any Nintendo news. Did you get a new mic? Nope, this is my same one, my same Blue Yeti, same one. No different. The cover's getting kind of dirty though. But yeah, the skit plays off of the fact that we've had kind of it's the Nintendo Direct drought of the winter, right? Because between September to February, there's usually no big Nintendo news, and that's 5 months of nothing, which is, you know, nearly half of the year. So I kind of play off of that in the skit, but it's true, we have no Nintendo news right now, and I get that some channels are just kind of desperate for that little bit of Nintendo news, but that's where you get creative, right? This is where you have to get creative, especially in the month of January, where January specifically is hard. It's a really hard month for YouTubers, because for some reason, I don't know why it is, but a lot of content doesn't get pushed out as much. Ad revenue is a lot less in January. So January is a really weird month to be a YouTuber. And so I get the fact that you have to do what you know, gets you money. I agree. I see nothing but other kind of stuff about it. It kind of makes you a bit much. Yeah, like... Sorry. I just got really thirsty. But you see all these people talking about it, like, all the time. And, you know, I'm going to share a story with you guys, right? This is not new, right? Like we can pretend that's because there's been a drought in Nintendo news and that things are quiet and that everyone's expecting the Switch 2. No, this has been happening for years. This has always been well, not always, but it's been a thing for a while. I'd say, you know, the main culprit, like the main thing that's gotten all this leak mentality in Nintendo fans' heads, what was really the catalyst for all of this? 3 words. Smash Brothers Ultimate. Smash Brothers Ultimate was the game that got this whole leak mentality to go insane. People predicting characters, and like there was kind of this stuff with Smash Wii U and 3DS as well, and like with the base game, like I mean with Space Ultimate kind of, but like the booster course pass, freaking the Fighters Pass was really what started getting this going, but like the main game did this as well. But it was Smash Brothers Ultimate. It's what really got me so tired of Smash Brothers news. If you've been around long enough, you know, on my channel, you'll know that, like, I started getting really tired of Smash announcements. Just because the fan base and community around it was unbearable. It was so unbearable to just, like, want to talk about Nintendo games and your predictions. And you would always have the people going like, oh, Smash Brothers, what about this Smash character, what about this Smash character? It's like, shut up! Like, I get it, you want Smash characters, I get it. Like, Smash, fun game, good game, yes. The game came out in 2019, or no, 2018, and it's 2018. It's 2021 now, shut up. Like, I get it, I'm a Luigi's Mansion fan. I like to talk about Luigi's Mansion, right? I bring it up. But, like, it's not my whole focal point of conversation, right? Like, whenever there's Nintendo Direct, I don't just tune out whenever, like, you know, like, I mean, there's the residual excitement, but, like, I don't get it. Smash fans are a whole different breed. Like, Mario Kart was more fun to speculate on than Smash Brothers was. And, like, I like Mario Kart. I play Mario Kart more than Smash Brothers, but it's still not a game that I play all the time, you know? So it's like, you know, Smash Brothers really started, like, so it was back in, like, 2018, 2019, really, no, 2018-ish was when it really started because of Smash Brothers Ultimate. And this might be something that people don't know, but I actually, you guys know me, right? I like staying out of drama, staying out of things. I keep to myself, you know, I don't really get involved in much. But I actually did, for those of you who like drama, I did actually get into some YouTube beef with another creator, at that time, a pretty notable creator, because of the fact that I hated the way they made their content, because they relied so heavily on these stupid leaks, these stupid rumors, and ever since then, it's how I frame my content. I really only know you through Albert Boris telling me about you a year ago. Oh, okay, Albert Boris. Yeah, Albert Boris is good people. I like Albert. But yeah, I usually keep out of things and do my own thing. Some of you may know this YouTuber, some of you may not. I got in YouTube beef with a YouTuber by the name of Lax Chris. I don't know how many people know him. I don't know if he still makes content. I don't know. I don't pay attention to the guy. But I remember I literally his content's a joke. Like, I literally made a parody video of his, like, just joking around. I left a mean comment, just because, or not like I left a roast comment. Like, I was telling him, like, be original, like do something different rather than covering 4chan leaks. And I was like, you know, Lax Chris, hey, SMG Fanatic, how you doing? But yeah, Lax Chris. So, left that comment, made that parody video. He did not like that. He's one of those people. I know these suspicious means involving the bee trade. The bee trade. Oh, I think I know who this is. How you doing, Gabo? How you doing? But yeah, so Lax Chris, I left that comment, I did that, whatever. We had a full-blown argument in DMs on Discord. I actually thought about this earlier, and I tried to look for the argument that I had with him on Discord. I could not find it. I don't know why I couldn't find it. I mean, none of my messages before, like, 2020 were loading. And I know this argument was, like, in 2019, maybe 2000... Oh, no, I think it's 2019. That's when I made my Discord account. So, I don't know if messages beyond a certain time don't upload. You didn't really miss much, just talking about Nintendo Directs and such. But anyway, he hadn't uploaded over a year. Oh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, that shows his relevance. But yeah, so I argued with him, and I could not for the life of you remember what this argument was about. It was literally just, I was like, look, man, like, granted at the time, I mean, I'm still small, but like, I had just hit 1,000 subscribers, I think, at that point, and I was like, I said, I'm like, your content sucks. Like, I was just open with him. I don't know what made me so bold in that moment, but, like, I think it was more so that I was mad that, and it's why I'm still mad to this day about this kind of stuff, that people use his video, at the time, people used his videos as, like, expectations for a Nintendo Direct. And people still do this to this day, which is why I'm talking about this. And I was flat up, I was like, people listen to this stuff, and I don't know why. It's stupid. And I don't, like I said, I don't remember the argument. But I remember one thing he said to me, and it put everything into perspective for me. He commented, because like I said, at that time, I had about 1,000 subscribers. And I think at that time, I remember him saying something like he had like 20,000 subscribers, I think he said. And he said, I don't know, man, I have 20,000 subscribers, and you have 1,000 subscribers, and don't get nearly the amount of views that I do, so I shouldn't be listening to anything you have to say. And that put it all into perspective. People who, not everyone, of course, right? Not everyone. But people whose livelihoods, whose obsessions with talking about all these leaks and these rumors and everything, it has nothing to do with their love for Nintendo. Like, that's the thing. I talk about the things I talk about. All the videos I make are because of my love for the games I'm talking about. That's why half the time I don't, like, when there's Nintendo, like Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, right? Big Nintendo game. I did not talk about it, like, at all. I think maybe I made 1 or 2 videos on it. Why? Because I don't care about it. It's not my topic. It's something I don't care about. I'm not going to talk about it just to get views. I mean, I might make one video where I say why I'm not excited about it, and yeah, it'll be for the views, of course. That's kind of part of being a YouTuber. You got to get views. But, like, that's it. I'm not going to milk the content. You know, I'll milk content of stuff that I care about, like SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom, I had a different YouTuber go at me saying I was milking that content. I was making videos about every single trailer that came out. It's not like I was making unnecessary videos. I was literally covering all the trailers that came out, and I was talking about the game because I was excited about it, and people were enjoying it, and people were asking questions, and it led to good live streams and good content, and it's like, that's what I was excited, especially because it was during COVID when I had nothing else to do. So, you know, like, and none of it was really clickbait. Like, that's the thing, right? You can milk content all day long. That I don't care about. People have their niche. People have what they talk about. I milked content. Of course I did. Every YouTuber milks content that they know will get them views and that they know will get them people who watch and engage and enjoy. Like, that's part of being a YouTuber. You find the content that you're good at, the things that you talk about. And even me, like, I like talking about stuff that usually won't get the clicks or the views. Yesterday's video. Honestly, it's performing better than I thought it would, but yesterday's video is about Until Dawn, a spooky horror game for the PlayStation. Like, no Nintendo fan cares about that, but I made it because it's a game I want to talk about. But then, when I talk to Lax Chris, it just put into perspective that people that talk so much about, like, if you talk about leaks and rumors, you're not automatically doing it for clicks, and you're not automatically doing it for that. It's the clickbait and the frequency and how it's done. Like, I'm not, besides Lax Chris, because he actually, before I actually get into this next point, something about Lax Chris you should know if you support him. Listen, I'm not going to say it was 100% him who did it, but the timing it says something. When Chris and I had this argument, Lax Chris, I should say, because I know a lot of Chris's at this point. When Lax Chris and I had this argument, I started getting bots coming into my live streams, giving me death threats, saying I should kill myself, saying this and that. And it all happened around the time me and Lax Chris had this argument. So, if you support him, all power to you. I mean, he's not making content anymore, it seems. Someone said for a year, he's not, whatever. But, like, I had bots sent to my streams telling me to kill myself, to where, like, I had to end streams early because I was just getting all these bots, and I'd block them, and then they'd keep coming. Like, it was insane. Like, it was actually insane. And I made a video addressing it. I don't know if I called him out entirely. I don't know if I said by name, like, Lax Chris is probably the person who did it. But I did a video about it because I was like, this is insane. I'm getting all of these hate messages, death threats on live streams. Maybe some videos as well, but it was mostly live streams whenever I went live, the chat. And I had, like, now I have, you know, some viewers, whatever. But back then, I had, like, a handful of people who came to my streams. A handful. 2018, 2019, a handful of people. You know? So, yeah, it was insane. And his thumbnails is so clickbaity. Like, if you see a YouTuber, right, where they have the words huge, real, insane in the thumbnail, it's just clickbait to get the engagement. Because if you're doing rumors for a Nintendo Direct, right? If you're doing a rumors video, or no, if you're doing multiple rumors videos or leak videos for Nintendo Direct, no, forget rumors, leaks, right? It's the word leaks that bothers me. Rumors, okay, we're talking about rumors, we're talking about hearsay, we're talking about he said, she said, we're talking about things that aren't confirmed. Leaks are things like, okay, oh, like I'm holding the newest iPhone model, but you shouldn't be able to see it. That's leaks. That's leaks. Like, this is a new iPhone model? That's leaked information. Leaks is not something that someone posts on 4chan because, I mean, it can be, I guess, if it is all accurate information. I'll mail them a box of bees. I can't with you. But yeah, it's legit all clickbait to get, and to me, what bothers me most, because everyone does clickbait. I've done clickbait, but I've done it in a way that's not misleading. For example, right? I think this is the most clickbaity video I've done. I could be wrong. There could be one worse. But I think the most clickbaity video I've done was about a year and a half ago, when I did a video talking about Life is Strange, and I was talking about how much I loved. It was a True Colors. I think it was the Arcadia Bay collection when I played it on the Nintendo Switch, right? I knew that if I posted the video and the title and thumbnail was Life is Strange, the Arcadia Bay collection is a great Nintendo Switch game, or something to that effect, my audience would not watch it. It's not something that my audience cares about. So I had to frame it in a way that I knew my audience might watch. I had to clickbait. I had to be like, I need to get my audience to watch this video. So, I titled the video, "This Nintendo Switch game is my favorite of the year." Nothing about that was misleading, because the only thing I left out was the name of the game. So, you guys come and you're like, huh, like, it's supposed to make you wonder about the video. Like, okay, Zach's going to talk about his favorite Nintendo Switch game that came out this year. I wonder what it is. He's keeping it a secret. He's going to talk about it. What is it? And I say the game and what it's about. Right? Don't know if he still has this, but you always mentioned a second channel. Oh, okay, yeah, I have no clue. But yeah, it was just insane, everything with Lax Chris. And that's why... all of that whole BS story, well, not BS, but the whole story with Lax Chris, the whole reason I brought that up was to prove this point, right? A lot of people, if you go onto Twitter, or even YouTube, wherever, and you see people talking about these rumors that are going around, it's usually from someone like a Lax Chris, who's doing it to get the views, to get the attention, to get the temporary... the 15 minutes of fame of having their content shared around because they have this information that no one else has. It's a fake news story to get clicks. That's what it is. That's what most of this stuff is. That's why when people, like, shout out to Brandon, because Brandon is this person. Love you, Brandon. But when I get asked, have you heard of this rumor? Have you seen this leak? Have you heard this person say this? Have you heard this person say that? No. Why? Because I don't really pay attention to it. That's not the side of things that I care about. The only leaker who's proven to be any sort of credible in the Nintendo community is Puro. But even Puro, this is one thing I don't understand. I just watch them because I'm bored. Yeah, I get that. I did the same thing. I would watch them because I'm bored. But the thing is with Nintendo Direct leaks and stuff of that nature, right? Why? Why do you want to watch that? Why do you actively want to spoil yourself of what this presentation might be? The date of a Direct is one thing, right? Getting excited about, oh, it's a Direct happening next week, all these leaks saying it. Like, that's one thing. It's still kind of obnoxious because it misleads people into getting excited that it doesn't happen. And people will go to Nintendo's Twitter to hound them about not having a Direct because that's what their favorite YouTuber said. Like, that's already annoying enough. But when the games get leaked, when Puro actually leaked all of the games in that last Direct, and I'm like, okay, this person's actually kind of a serious leaker. I don't want to see a single tweet from Puro. Because, alright, if he's going to leak the Direct, if he's going to leak everything that's in the Direct, it just ruins it. It ruins the Direct. Because now, people go in knowing what to expect. It's just, I don't know, it's annoying. It's annoying. I hate leaks. I hate all of that. I hate it all. I know you threw the classic Nintendo game keys on the bottom, and I know deep down there's a spark inside of you trying to shine bright and has a reasoning too. Damn, that was deep. Is that possible? The more you know, the more you can set your expectations. True. Like, I get wanting to know. Here's the Zach Pack guide of how to set your expectations for this Nintendo Direct. Out of the 3 major Directs throughout the year, February, June, and September, February is usually always the most nothing one. Not saying they're bad, but usually June and September have all the exciting announcements. Look at years past. Last year was kind of an exception. Last year had some pretty big announcements in February, like GBA and NSO, Metroid Prime Remastered. Like, it had some beefy stuff. But generally, February, out of the main 3 Directs of the year, is usually the least exciting one. So automatically go in. It's possible to leak Directs. If someone has access to information of what's in Directs, yes. They can't leak probably video footage or anything like that, but if they have insider knowledge, it is very possible to leak what's in a Nintendo Direct. It is very possible. But yeah, February Directs. Go into it expecting it's probably not going to be the most exciting thing ever. There's probably going to be some cool announcements. There's probably going to be some things that you'll be excited about. But it's not going to be a huge blowout of all these new games. So that's one thing, because it's the February Direct. Also, given that we're at the, basically, I mean, we're probably at the end of the Switch's lifespan, with the Switch 2 coming up in the eventual near future, end of this year, early next year, wherever, whichever. Either way, regardless, there aren't going to be any big titles. If the new console's coming out soon, right? If there's going to be a new Nintendo Switch, let's say at the end of this year, let's say holiday this year, there's going to be a new Nintendo console. They're not going to announce a new 3D Mario. They're not going to announce a new Zelda. They're not going to announce any new big projects, because they're most likely being saved for the next console. Hence why this year so far, a lot of remakes. Mario vs. Donkey Kong, Luigi's Mansion 2, you know, Princess Peach Showtime is a new game. You have to have some new games in there, but it's not like a big 3D Mario. It's not a big new game. You know, so they're probably saving all that for the next console. So also, in, you know, February, don't expect any big games. Don't expect any of the big titles. If some show up, then there you go. Your expectations were exceeded, and that's a good Direct. Like, people, like, I don't know, don't expect Mario, like, big 3D Mario. Don't expect Mario Kart. Don't expect Zelda, and you're probably going to be fine. Right? I'd say the biggest title you'd be able to expect is maybe Metroid Prime 4, because it's already announced for the Switch, and if the Switch is coming to an end soon, we gotta see it. So, that's the only big title that you can expect to see, in my opinion. So those are the two expectations I have. Like, I expect it'll be a good Direct. I expect it'll be a fun Direct, you know, with Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door, again, another remake. We'll probably see that. We'll probably see Luigi's Mansion 2. We'll definitely see Princess Peach. Probably get another reminder of Mario versus Donkey Kong, whatever. Like, we'll see that. But it's not going to be this big, giant showcase of a Direct showcasing all these amazing games. It's going to be a smaller Direct. You know? So, I don't know. My main thing is to have the expectations of it's going to be a good Direct. Like, here's the thing, right? Let's put Prime 2 and 3 to prepare for 4. That'd be cool. I wouldn't have that as an expectation, though. I'd have it as a want. Because as much sense as it would make for Nintendo to do Primes 2 and 3, as much as it would logically make the most sense in the world for them to do that, it's Nintendo. They might not. Like, you know, they might not do it just because it's freaking Nintendo. They might not do it. You know? Same with Luigi's Mansion 1, right? Luigi's Mansion 1 coming to the Nintendo Switch. I want that so bad. I'm not expecting it. You know, I mean, spoiler alert, it is in my predictions video, but I mostly threw it in there for fun. Like, I put it as a prediction. It's kind of like a fun prediction, something I would love to see. Like, but like, I don't expect to see it because it wasn't announced. It's not rumored. Like, there's no one talking about it. Like, I'm not expecting it. I would love it. You know? Oh, God. Need more pretzels. This got surprisingly in-depth. Like I want Luigi Mansion 4, I'm not expecting what I want. Exactly, right? This is the kind of Nintendo Direct content I like, right? I hate the rumors and leak stuff because it gets people's expectations up. Predictions and wish lists don't. Someone's predictions, right? The difference between someone doing a rumors or leaks video and a predictions video, rumors and leaks, you're saying that you're hearing that this is going to happen. Whether it's a rumor or a leak, you're saying that this stuff is in the rumblings to actually be happening. A predictions video is saying, okay, this is what I think is going to be here and why. It's all about what you think. The difference between predictions videos and rumors and leaks videos, it actually requires brain power. It actually requires you to think. You say, like, for predictions video, you say what you think is going to be a Nintendo Direct and why it makes sense for a certain thing to appear in a Nintendo Direct. You're giving logic, you're giving reasoning, it makes sense. Or at least in your head it makes sense, and that's why you're talking about it. People's predictions are different because people have different thoughts on what makes sense. And that's what makes it fun, because people debate. People say, oh, I don't know if that makes sense because X, Y, Z. And that's what makes it fun. There's logical discussion happening. It's fun. Leaks, It's not. You're just saying, oh, this is going to be in the Nintendo Direct. There's no discussion that can be had. Except for the people who argue it. But even then, it's like, it's boring. Tony Hawk Remastered, or Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 and 4 Remastered would be cool too. I didn't even get 1 and 2, so I shouldn't even talk. But yeah, I do love watching people's predictions and wishes because it's so much fun. There's no factuality to it. It's all about what people think makes sense. And it's just genuinely fun. So, yeah. Oh, I'm getting all sniffly. I don't know why, but whenever I stream, I get all sniffly. Like, I get all, like... And it's not even, like, when I do my Mario Party streams. It's when I do, like, Chaturday streams. My nose gets all sniffly and itchy. Like, I don't know why. What I think is... Here's the thing, right? I'm a pretty quiet person. I mean, when I talk, I'm loud. But I mean, like, I usually don't talk much. Like, if I'm, you know, in a social event, whatever, I'm usually a pretty quiet person. But because I'm the person presenting and streaming, I have to talk. So maybe it's that. I don't know. I'm weird. All right, I'm a little weird. I'm a little weird. Just a little. Hey, Oscar. I'm so excited for that Sonic and Shadow Generation coming to Switch and other platforms this fall. Yes, I heard about that. I'm not a Sonic fan. I'm probably going to have to be subjected to it because, for those of you who don't know, I have a podcast with Riders DX and Dave Ace, and they've been making me play, like, all the Sonic games. Well, I've only played Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 as of right now. But I'm sure they're going to have me play more in the future. But yeah, I'm not a Sonic fan. It's not my cup of tea. But for those who are Sonic fans, that's pretty awesome. Like, they're remastering Sonic Generations, which I heard is a good Sonic game. I've seen a lot of people complaining that Sonic Generations is getting remastered. I heard a lot of people complaining, but I always thought I heard that game was a good one. I always remember hearing that's a good Sonic game. But I could be wrong. I'm not in the Sonic... Excuse me. I'm not in the Sonic community, so I can't attest to it. But I heard people say the Shadow content looks cool. So... Sorry, I was chewing. Find it weird how we're getting these remakes, but then we with 2 HD, it's just that it seems better graphics. Yeah, well, that's the thing, right? Is Luigi Mansion 2 like they're doing some remasters, some remakes. Like I mean, I think the only remake they've done really is Mario vs. Donkey Kong. Metroid Prime is a remaster. I mean, it's in the title, but like, here's the thing that I feel like some people misconstrue. Remasters isn't just touching up the graphic. It isn't just like polishing it up. Remasters can include changing textures, redoing some assets. Like Until Dawn. Until Dawn is getting remastered, but it's having some assets changed and new things added, having a new color palette, new content. You know, it's having all this new stuff in there, but that doesn't make it a remake. Like Super Mario the Thousand Year Door. There's a big discussion on if it was a remaster or a remake. Everyone said, oh, remake, because these assets are different. These things look different. Just because assets are different and things look different does not make it a remake. A port is just straight one-to-one, just maybe with some, like, upscaling. And some maybe light polishing, whatever. That's a port. Remaster is going in, polishing it up, changing some things, switching out some assets, adding some new additions, whatever. You're taking the same game and just polishing it, changing some things. The same game. Remaking is just that. You're remaking it from the ground up. Because with like Mario vs. Donkey Kong, you can't really remaster that one. Because it's sprites, right? Mario vs. Donkey Kong was a Game Boy Advance game and was all sprites. You know, 2D sprites. I mean, remastering it, you make the sprites look better. No, you have to completely remake that one. But with Paper Mario, Metroid Prime, it's the same game. It's literally the same game. They're just going into it. They're going into the game's files and adding stuff and changing some things. That's kind of what they're doing. Because remake, you're talking about ground up, complete remake, everything's different. You can have new animations. You can have new things added into a remaster. You're just going into the game and changing code and changing things to make this stuff possible. Every time I eat food, my nose gets all sniffy? Really? I've never heard of that one before. That's a first. I gotta admit, that one's a first. Sorry, just had to text someone back. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else with Nintendo. I mean, I think I've covered most of the main points I wanted to cover with it. Because the main thing I really, because I always feel so bad, right? I put this solely on content creators. Like, I am a content creator. I'm a YouTuber. Like, you know, I know, I kind of know. I mean, I'm not a big YouTuber, but I know how the shtick goes when it comes to this kind of stuff, right? You do these clickbait stuff for the views, and I get that. It makes sense. But people have to realize, right, that people are watching these videos, watching these leaks and rumors videos, and people are actually taking them to heart. So then that creates these faux expectations that just, like, ruin everything, because then people will have these unreal expectations going into Direct, and so that's why literally the main point of this stream, on top of being a Chaturday, where I talk to you guys, is just go into this Direct, have no expectations. I mean, have things that you want to see and that you think will be there, but don't expect a new 3D Mario. Don't expect a new Mario Kart. Don't even expect, like, Luigi's Mansion HD, or Luigi's Mansion 2 HD, or Paper Mario. Like, don't expect that stuff. Because, who knows? Paper Mario, they could be holding off till E3. Well, June. Rest in peace, E3. But, you know, they could be holding off on that. And then you expecting it there, when they're going to do the big blowout in June, just makes you disappointed that it wasn't there. You know, like, I don't know. Adding content to the remake like Death Stranding Director's Cut, that too. Yeah, like Director's Cuts and things. Like, it's remasters, just adds in content that was cut from the original. See a lot of memes comparing Showtime to 3. Oh, like Princess Peach Showtime to Luigi's Mansion 3. I made that comparison. Well, particularly with the fact that it's going to be... Princess Peach Showtime, I think, is going to be the game that kind of gives Peach a little bit more substance, a little more to work with. Like, Super Princess Peach was a game on the DS that came out, like, 20 years ago, whatever. But that game didn't really give Peach that much of a personality. It just gave her emotions, which really isn't a personality. So I'm kind of hoping that that Princess Peach Showtime gives Peach a little more to work with, so that maybe she could have more really cool games in the future. You know, maybe she can have her own genre of games like Luigi does with his Luigi's Mansion games, or Wario with his WarioWare games. Like, give Peach more material to work with, and you can make Peach a really good, fully fledged character. Let's see. Also, Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake has a demo version on the Nintendo eShop. It's for the DLC in February 20th, spring. Yeah, that threw me off the Splatoon 3 thing. That makes my prediction wrong. Or my prediction from, like, my predictions video for Nintendo from January wrong. But yeah, I was thinking about playing the Mario vs. Donkey Kong Remake demo for the channel. But I decided not to, or I should say, I wanted to live stream it. I was going to live stream it, but I decided not to because, like, apparently it's really short. But I guess it makes sense because Mario vs. Donkey Kong isn't, like, a long game, so you don't want to put too much in there. I think it's like 3 or 4 levels or something I heard. It's a really interesting point. What's a really interesting point? What did I miss? Live stream it? I think maybe I'll do a video on it. Maybe I'll do a video. But I also feel like I also kind of missed the mark with it. Like, I mean, timing wise, like at this point, like, you know, maybe I'll put up a video mid next week of me trying it. But I think a live stream for like probably like a 20-minute demo would be kind of boring. So I'll probably do a video. I thought I was going to struggle doing a live stream. Because I did a New Year's stream. But I haven't done, like, really... Sorry. I haven't done a real, like, sit down and chat live stream in a while. But I've been going for 45 minutes. Usually my chatter is like an hour and some change. So, probably stream for another 20-25 minutes. We can chill. We're hanging out. Because I think I said everything I need to say about Nintendo Directs and stuff. Just have your expectations in check, and we'll have a good time. I think if Nintendo Direct does happen this week, that'll be fun to figure out work. Because it's always in the morning. It's always like when I'm in work. So, I think I'm going to try, because my job is pretty lenient. My job, as long as I get the work I need to get done, then I'm good. So, I'm going to try and see if I can get, like, the morning of the Direct off, so that I can stream it, or at least record it. And then, you know, I don't know, I'll ask my bosses on Monday if I can do that. I gotta give a shout out to my work, my bosses. Like, my job can, I'm not gonna say exactly what I do, but my job can be stressful. And, like, you know, it can be a bit much. It can be, you know, overwhelming. But, like, I got the coolest bosses in the world that, like, if a Nintendo Direct did happen, and I wanted to live stream it or record, and I said, like, hey, there's this thing happening in the morning. Can I just have the morning off, or can I, like, you know, start work an hour later and just do it from home, whatever? They'd be like, yeah, of course. It's like, dude, I got lucky with my work. Wonder if they're really going to do another Mario Party this year. I don't think we're going to get a new Mario Party this year. I would love a new Mario Party this year. I would love nothing more than to be proven wrong on this one. But I don't think we're going to get a new Mario. I think they're going to save a new Mario Party for the next console. Which sucks because, I mean, I did not like Super Mario Party. And Mario Party Superstars was great, just needed more boards. But hopefully, whatever the next, you know, or for the Switch 2, hopefully the next Mario Party is a really good one. I hope they evolve on what they've been, evolve on both Super and Superstars. Like, evolve on them both. Because, like, Super, they got, like, a decent array of characters. They had decent mini games, except freaking, enough with the motion controls. I don't care about motion controls. Listen, if people care about motion controls that much still, after what? Getting close to 20 years, you know, since the Wii came out. It's cool, but I stopped caring about motion controls in, like, 2010. I stopped caring about motion controls. Like, I don't know. Keep them out of Mario Party. I don't want them in there. Hopefully Nintendo announce a successor to the Switch this year. If they don't announce it this year, then it won't be until 2025 at the earliest. Like 8 years in the Nintendo Switch. Jesus Christ, such a long time. I mean, I know it's a successful console, but dang. Sorry, this snack makes my mouth water. So it's so hard to talk. I mean, I should have chose my snack better. Because it makes my mouth water. NDCube developed the sequel to 1-2... Wait, really? Do they really? I didn't realize NDCube developed those. I mean, it makes sense because it's crap. Wow. Did they develop the original 1-2 Switch? No, they didn't. They just developed everyone 1-2 Switch, or everybody 1-2 Switch. Yeah, that's a yikes. that's an absolute yikes from them. Let's see here. They really need to use more characters beyond just baddies in the sports and party spin-offs. Yeah, I mean, I don't care about baddies. Baddies, you know, whatever. I just want them to stop using so many duplicate characters. Like, Mario Kart is so guilty of that. I mean, it's better. The Booster Course Pass saved Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's roster. Absolutely saved it. But, like, I mean, even then, they added freaking, Peachette at the end there, right? Was it Peach? I think it was Peach they had it in the last wave. It's like, bro, didn't you hear how much we hate the duplicate characters? Didn't you hear how much we were crapping on Pink Gold Peach? Why are you adding Peachette? Like, bring in, like, Professor Egad, right? Like, bring in your quirky... Sorry. Bring in your quirkier characters. Bring in the characters that you don't see every day. I don't know. Like, Egad... Trying to think of like all the other really quirky ones. I mean, like, you know, some of the WarioWare characters like Jimmy T or Mona, or I mean, you know, you got from Luigi's Mansion, Yoshi games. You can bring in. I mean, Poochie was in Mario Kart Tour. Let's bring Poochie along. That'd be cool. Donkey Kong games. It's freaking like, you know. I mean, I don't want too many of the Kongs. Like, I think the Kongs are a little overrated, personally, but Florian would be cool, Helen Gravely would be cool, Testerians would be cool. Like, there's a lot of cool characters. Like, I get why they can't add every single freaking character under the sun. Like, I get why they have the main ones. Like, I get why there's, like, the main list of characters that they include. Like, right, or side characters that they include, right? Like Bowser, Donkey Kong, Bowser Jr., Diddy Kong. Like, I get why those are the main side characters, but there's so many, like, Pauline has had so much representation. I know, listen, I know there's a lot of Pauline lovers out there. I'm gonna get absolutely flamed for this, but she's one of the most boring characters ever. I don't get the Pauline hype. I don't. You know, I get that it's female representation, which is needed in Mario games, but if you want good female representation, bring in Mona from the WarioWare series. She's spunky, she's cool, she's got personality. Pauline's whole personality is that she sings Jump Up Superstar. That's about it. That's about as three-dimensional as she gets. I don't know. That's my thoughts on Pauline aside. Actually, is like an interesting side character, I guess, but she's so one note, and that's not even meant to be a real pun. So yeah. I'm trying to think of what else I want to say. I feel like I've you know, usually I'm not like the most, like, what's the word? Like, for me, it's sometimes hard to communicate my thoughts, but I think I did everything kind of like how I wanted to today. Also, I will be streaming again tonight, but that'll be over on my Twitch channel. I'm going to be playing some more of The Last of Us. So, if you want to watch that, then, definitely check out The Last of Us, or sorry, the Twitch channel. Link should be in the description. I think it is. But I think we're going to wrap up in about 5 minutes. Just because, I don't know, just because everyone has things to talk about. So any last minute questions that you have? Surprised that despite the mini games, Boom Boom's still one of the worst bosses in the franchise. Boom Boom, Boom Boom. Good old Boom Boom. I feel like, I don't know, Boom Boom is just kind of boring. Like, Like, he just kind of exists. He just kind of exists as like a character that exists. A boss fight that's the most boss fight of all time. I don't know. He's just kind of there. Just kind of exists. Oh, my nose. I'm trying to think. I mean, I think I was mentioning this earlier, but oh yeah, right. I completely forgot to complete a thought I had earlier. So I'll do a live stream. So like, you know, I'll try to stream on the day of the direct. Like, I'll try to. It's either gonna be a streaming or recording. I'll get it to you guys. Because I know when Luigi's Mansion 2 HD got announced, people were messaging me being like, "Did you see the direct? Did you see the direct? There's something in it for you." And people were teasing me with that the whole entire day when Dark Moon HD or 2 HD got announced, and I was like, "Oh, you," because like it happened in the morning too. So I was like all this anticipation for this Nintendo Direct, and it's like I can't look online the whole entire work day. It wasn't until I got home and I had to live stream it. I mean, you saw the live stream in the evening. I don't know if you saw it, but I live streamed in the evening when I got home from work, and it was so cool. But it was like, bro. I don't know if I can do that again. If Luigi's Mansion 2 HD gets shown off, I want to see it when it comes out. I want to be there for the action. So, I don't know. We shall see. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, Direct is possibly going to be streamed the morning it happens, but there'll definitely be a stream the night before. I saved the bingo sheet from last time. If you guys remember, I did a whole big bingo thing. So I saved that. Obviously I'm gonna have to like get some paper and like craft a little something, but I'm gonna use it again, and I think we're gonna do the same thing we did last time, because that was kind of fun, where we made like a whole big predictions list together as a community, and then we put it all on a bingo sheet. It was a really, really, really fun event. It was a really fun thing to do, and I think we'll do that again. So that'll be the night before the Direct, and then when the Direct happens, we'll obviously we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'll know what I'm doing by the time the Direct, like because usually they announce the Direct the day before. So when the Direct gets announced, that's when I'll ask like, hey, can I work from home in the morning, or like, you know, something. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a whole lot of fun. Because even if the Direct doesn't have anything great in it, it's still just fun to react to it with the community. So, I really hope that we have a really good time and that we make the most of it, even if it is a not great Direct. So I think I'm gonna call it quits here. I'm actually starting to get tired. I don't know why. Chaturday streams take a lot out of me. They take a lot of energy for me to do. I mean, I think it's because I have to talk continuously, basically, for an hour or more. So, see, now my nose really, like, see, my nose isn't even red. So, I don't know. But thank you guys so much for watching today's Chaturday. I'll be streaming later on Twitch if you want to go and check out the Twitch channel. Link should be in the description down below. If it's not, then just ZachPack on Twitch. Go give me a follow. Give me a follow. After this end of Direct, yeah, it's a good, insightful conversation, and can't wait till this Direct hopefully happens this coming week. And until then, you guys, I'll see you all in the next stream/video. Bye.